Here is the complete list of Truespel phoneme spellings for the 40 words of USA English. And let's start with the consonants, which are simpler than the vowels. The vowels are not so consistent. As a matter of fact, the number one spelling of each consonant is 90% of the spellings for that consonant, whereas the number one spelling for each vowel is about 50% of the spellings of those vowels. But that means that they're more consistent than not. And looking at the consonants, we've got the letter B standing for the B sound, and here's how it looks in the word but and about in Truespel, and in Truespel, but and about. Notice the double B shows that stress is on the second syllable. CH, ch sound, chin, achieve. Notice that achieve has a double C indicating stress on the second syllable. Letter D for the sound D, and addend has a double D showing stress second syllable. All of these stress second syllables are the second ones. The letter F for that sound, F. G is always hard, get, again. H spells that sound, hat and behave. J for that sound, jaw and inject. K sound is the letter K, not the letter C, which spells about 80% of the K sounds. Kit, become. Letter L, let's, allow. For the L sound, M, letter M, very simple. My, amend. Letter N for that sound, nap, annul. P for that sound, pend, appear. Letter R for run, unreal. S, sun, insist. SH, ship, and insure. And here is the THH to spell th. That is the breathy or unvoiced TH, as in thin. Enthuse. Notice there's a double T, double H for enthuse. That's a stress. And here's the TH for the voiced TH, as in that and within. That and within. Notice the double T, but one H. Letter T for tone, attack. Letter V for van, avoid. Letter W spells the W sound, win, aware. Letter Y for yes, beyond. Letter Z spells Z sound, zip, resist. And here's a new one, ZH for the sound envision, regime. Vision, regime. That's a new one. There's no real standard spelling of that sound. It kind of uses an S or a G. Going to the vowels, well, the short vowels are pretty intuitive. Here's pat. The letter A spells the A sound, as in pat. That is very typical of English. Like 99% of the A sounds are spelled as the letter A. Short A, they call it. And pet. For short E, they use the letter E for pet. Truespel of pet. Truespel of the short I, use the letter I for the short I, as in pin. Truespel of pin. Here's a tough one. The double O spells the short double O as in look, put, push, book, foot. All the sounds are spelled with the double O. The is a fairly easy one. We recognize the sound with the letter U as in up. Now the long ones, the long vowels, A, E, I, O, U. For pronounced as the letter names A, E, I, O, U. And what that does is to move the silent E up to the letter it makes long. So we have A as in May, E spelled double E as in C, the sound I spelled IE as in pie, the O sound, long O spelled as in toe, and the U sound spelled as in blue. The U, the letter E is moved up to the U. It's a U sound should be spelled with the letter U, not the double O, which is used over there. Other sounds are interesting. The ah sound. The ah sound is usually spelled by a letter O in English, but I spell it here with a double A as in sob, and that is rare in English, but it does differentiate because the letter O spells a lot of sounds. Actually, the number one sound for the letter O is which we've already got spelled with the letter U, and we're familiar with that. So we go with a double A for the ah sound. Aw is spelled a lot with the AW sound, slightly more with the AU sound as an auger. So AU is typical. OU to spell the ow sound, and that is very typical of English, out. OI is very typical in English for spelling the OE sound as in void. And there are some influence sounds that are a little different, influenced by the letter R. There's three of them: air, and or. Or is a little bit different than or, long O, or uh, um, perhaps using the short double O as ur. And her is a little different than a regular E, which would be more like her. And air is a little different than at, air. Just a little difference there. Well, that sums up the way we spell the 40 sounds of English in Truespel.